Hi guys, so I just realized I did not record an intro for this video once again. Yeah, this is my second week here in Wuning, China, and if this is your first video that you've ever clicked on from me, my name is Brittany. I am a touring professional tennis player. Enjoy tennis video. Bye. Alrighty, so I'm almost about to go on to my match. I've done my little warm-up and since I'm second on today, I'm just waiting for the match before me to finish, which I think they're almost done. Yeah, wish me luck, you guys. For the first round of qualifying, I've matched with a girl who is 2044 in ITF singles. As I mentioned in the previous video, ITF singles ranking points are given when you reach the last round of qualifying and when you pass qualifying. To get into tournaments, we're first placed by our WTA ranking, and if you don't have WTA ranking, then it's ITF singles ranking, national ranking, and then if you're unranked. First of all, there isn't much of the match recorded because it was quite windy, and the windscreen that my camera was mounted on just kept moving. At times I was afraid the mount would fall off, so unfortunately I only got a few games recorded before I took my camera off completely. Right at the start of the match, I could tell my opponent was a hard and strong hitter. For the majority of the time, I was put on defense, but my goal was to just do whatever I could to play the ball and continue the rally. I stayed patient and waited for when I had the chance to take control and build my own points. In the first set, I stayed solid and consistent. A majority of the time in the first set was just me running and doing whatever I could to put the ball in, and my opponent on the other hand was moving the ball, but she was also making a lot of mistakes. It kind of reminded me of how my game normally is, so I thought of what would work and what are my weaknesses when I play like this. I won the first set 6-1. In the second set, she was a lot more consistent. It felt like I was getting a little bit tight on my ground strokes and wasn't swinging through the ball as much. My shots were also landing more in the center and I was being pushed back a lot. The second set was a lot closer, but in the end, I was able to come out on top and win the match 6-1, 7-5. Okay, we are back on the court, and I'm just gonna get like an hour of hitting done or something like that, just because I didn't feel super clean during my match. So we're gonna hit a little bit and probably do the serve challenge as well because I'm behind on that. So I'm gonna hit and do a lot of serves. Guys, so it is early in the morning since we're first match on. We're gonna have to stretch and then warm up and then just be getting ready for my match. For the second round of qualifying, I was matched up against a top 800 WTA player at the time of the match, but her ranking did drop a little bit. In the match, there were a lot of back and forth between points. We were both playing good points, but also made a fair share of mistakes. She didn't hit as hard as the girl in my previous match, but she was definitely a lot more consistent and her ball had better placement. There were also some occasional points where she would all of a sudden just pick up the pace, and it would definitely get me rattled for a few points. I ended up taking the first set 6-3, and starting the second set, I was making a lot more errors. Maybe it was the focus, or maybe it was because I had won the first set, and that's where I thought maybe I should start playing better and kind of step on the gas. Either way, I was making more mistakes, and my opponent was playing more solid as well. She was staying in the points. I was trying to do a little too much with the ball, which led me, of course, to make some more mistakes. I lost the second set 2-6. Now in qualifying, we just play a 10-point tiebreak. I was playing well when we started the tiebreak, and we were both exchanging points here and there, but I was pretty happy with the way I was playing. I was playing pretty loose and trying not to think too much about the points and more about just staying solid. On match point, this ball had bounced out, but maybe it was because I was too nervous to speak. Either way, I didn't call the ball out, and I ended up losing the point. However, I tried not to let it get to me too much. I was trying to be more positive about the situation, thinking that a majority of the tiebreak points that we played, I had been more of the aggressor, and at the same time, I had more match points than her throughout the tiebreak. Luckily, I won the match 6-3, 2-6, 17-15. Okay, so I'm heading on soon. They're in the second set, so I'm just getting ready. But it's super windy outside now, like insanely windy, so I'm not excited for that. So hopefully it dies down a little bit. For lunch, I bought this like egg bread thing, and then I also have a sausage. So I'm gonna eat this just to make sure I have enough fuel for the match. But I don't know if you guys can see like the wind, but if I were to be outside right now, you could also hear it. It's insane. For the last round of qualifying, I played against a girl ranked 1,200 WTA. Right off the bat, I felt a lot more pressure playing against her than my previous opponent actually. She hit the ball at a faster pace and also had good ball placement. In the first few games, I felt like I was constantly put out of position on the run and couldn't do much to counter her. Of course, it also didn't help that this was the second match of the day. I felt like my mental state was constantly declining every time I lost a point or every time I lost a game. Now, after losing the first few games pretty quickly, I had a hard time staying in the match. As I said, the girl was a very solid player, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to stand much of a chance if I couldn't put my 100% focus and energy into the match. Unfortunately, as the match progressed, the pattern just stayed the same. I was constantly on the run, and whenever I got pulled out wide, I couldn't do much with the ball, so I either made a mistake or she had a very easy setup to win the point. In the end, I just wasn't able to not only bring it up in the end, In the end, I just wasn't able to bring a good enough level to the court, and she was just a very, very strong opponent as well. I lost the match 2-6, 3-6. Alrighty, so your girl lost the last round of qualifying once again. I mean, I had a good win this morning, and I just couldn't stay focused in the second match. I did think that the second girl played a little bit better than the one in the morning. She definitely hit the ball a lot harder, but I was definitely making a little more errors than I was in the first match. Might have been fatigue. I think mentally I was a little fatigued. Physically I'm okay, but I found it very hard to stay focused on the ball. As you could tell, I was missing more returns and making more double faults than I was in the first match. So, I mean, good win today. Not too bad of a match. So we're just gonna keep working hard, and hopefully, you know, I see a little bit of progress. So that was just, I think, mainly a little bit mental and a little bit physical, but we'll keep going. So now I'm gonna go to my room, call my brother for a little bit, and then get to stretching and rest up. But yeah, I definitely think that physically I trained myself pretty well this week, cramming in a bunch of matches as much as I could so that I'd physically be ready for the 2 matches. I don't think that I was mentally ready for the 2 matches though, even though my body felt pretty good. My mind was definitely not as focused, so for this next week I'll most likely work on that, making sure that each practice that I have has intention, and it's not just that I'm on the court and just getting the hits in, more that I'm working on things and that I'm staying focused for a majority of the session. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna stretch down, call my brother for a little bit, and rest up, get some food. I was so hungry during my match. Like, there was a few returns I hit and I could like hear and feel my stomach going like rumbling. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alrighty guys, so unfortunately that is it for our second week here in Wuning, China. No doubles once again because the ranking and the cutoff was just too high. Pretty happy with how I played this week. My highest career win, even though it wasn't a full third, but definitely got me shaking in my boots, and then definitely was too tired to play in the second one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn on post notifications to be notified every single time I post a video. I know this outro sounds redundant, but it's pretty much the same every week besides the matches that I play. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Love you guys, and stay tuned for next week's video. Bye bye.
Ceiling fan blowing cold breeze on your body. I can't tell you really what it is, but you